I think the entire fan base and the team might revolt if Caleb Williams doesn't start against TCU. Uh, I would say there's less than 1% chance that Spencer Rattler starts the TCU game. And I think he I think you see Rattler transfer. I mean, I don't know if it's in his best interest to transfer right now. I think he needs to finish out the season. Like I said, who knows? Um, who knows how much he plays? Or really that. But I think it sends a better message to NFL scouts down the road. I think it sends a better message to other teams that are looking at him, just in terms of his emotional state. If you transfer like immediately, let's just say for example, within the next couple of weeks, he puts himself in the transfer portal. I think that shows a lot about his unwillingness to continue to compete for his job. So I think for him, he probably should stay for the rest of the year. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, he'll probably end up transferring. Definitely agree. 4 or 5 board. I think he'll get better. I think to a certain extent. I mean, you don't want him out there on an island continuously, play after play, game after game. Um, but I think he'll get a lot better. To your point, I would be extremely surprised, Trapper. I mean, I would be extremely surprised. I mean, there's one thing if you find a way to win a game and then Caleb Williams doesn't play very well, but 16 out of 25, 212 yards. He's got 300 all-purpose yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Didn't even get really close to a turnover. I get the only thing that you could say is maybe a couple of times he's kept his eyes off the snap a little bit and has fumbled the snap, but he doesn't panic. He makes great plays, and so I don't think any scenario where you see Rattler in the game, especially coming back home, these fans will go absolutely berserk if Spencer Rattler starts. Um, let's see here. Um, I just no, there's no way. I can't even see a situation where outside of an injury where Rattler can even play anymore. Yep, very smooth. Yeah, both. I mean, just great. I mean, at some point, there's in some of these games, you just throw this up and hope your guy can go make a play, and that's what he did in a couple of those plays. And Marvin Mims went and made the play. I mean, definitely. Um, hey Jay, so we've addressed it a few times here. If you've missed it, feel free to go back and watch. Um, Sorry about that. Um, Go back and watch what we've. Sorry, I'm having computer issues here. My apologies. Go back and watch our stream earlier on, and we talked a lot about Jaden Davis really getting burnt all day, missing tackles. Missing tackles was a big theme of this game very early on in the game, and even to a certain extent throughout the entire game. But tackled much better in the second half. But yeah, got burnt all day, missed tackles, and I think he's a guy that will continue to. He'll play, but I think he's got to get a lot better. And I think you look for an opportunity for him to, maybe play a little bit more in terms of Latrell McCutcheon in place of Jaden Davis. I wonder if Rattler front. Yeah, and I think that's part of it. I just think he just doesn't have. Excuse me. He just doesn't have all the intangibles that you need for a team that you need that has national championship aspirations. When things get rough, and he just panics a little bit. So, um, let's see. Yeah, we're not seeing last year's Rattler who plays like he is drugged or something. Yeah, I think there's just a lot that you're saying, Joshua. I mean, he's very indecisive. He was pretty, I think he was in the 75% completion percentage rate, and um, he wasn't accurate today. He was, miscommunication with Stogner a couple of times. He was, and then, he turned the ball over twice, almost turned the ball over a third time on that tip pass. I mean, luckily the pass got tipped as he threw it well behind Stogner and probably would have been intercepted for his third turnover. So, yeah, no, I think he's not the same kid. I don't know if it's NIL. I don't know if it's something else that's going on with him, but he's definitely not the same player without a doubt. Yep, agree, Joshua. I think Trapper, you're going to be. I don't know if you're hoping for Rattler to start, but I think, or just what you think that Riley's going to do. But there's no way that you can possibly start him again. There's no way. Um, So Sam's kind of jumping on the Trapper bandwagon here. Is going to depend on how the program works. Caleb did good. If Rattler don't get his stuff together, he'll be in should soon. No chance. I'll come in here and I'll come on here next week and tell you I was wrong, but I would be I would be almost willing to bet my next paycheck that Rattler starts or that Caleb Williams will start. I mean, there's no reason why you don't start him. If you're willing to put him in this game and this type of environment, and he came in with Oklahoma down significantly, and he finds a way to he wills them back to a win. So you're down 21 points in this game. No way he doesn't start. Thanks, Rachel. I got you. I appreciate that. Um, I can't let the fan base make the decisions. So, Trevor, you need to help me out here. I mean, there has to be something that you're seeing that I'm not, or no one else is in here is seeing. Even if the fan base didn't necessarily like Caleb Williams, I mean, the proof's in the play here. I mean, Caleb Williams played like a veteran, and I'm not saying that Spencer Rattler is truly a veteran, but he's played enough games in which he shouldn't be making these decisions and making these plays. Like, communication issues shouldn't be happening this this long into not only his career but this season. You're halfway through the season and you're still having communication issues with your wide receivers or tight ends. Come on now, that can't happen. Absolutely can't happen. Latrell Mack is great, but sure got beat. At least he was there. Yep, and I think he tackled well. I know that he was bad in a couple of coverage situations, but he did tackle well. Patrick Lang is thinking Riley start Caleb, but use Rattler in certain situations. I mean, I could see that. I mean, I could see that happening maybe in certain situations from time to time, but um, yeah, it wouldn't be too far out of the realm of possibility. So I challenge you guys to get us to 100 today. We're at 166 currently. It'd be awesome for one of the best Red River rivalries of all time if we could get up to 200 people on this chat at the same time. That would be really, really awesome. So get us there. Share, like, subscribe, tweet, copy the link, tweet it out, all this stuff. Let's see. Rattler hasn't looked good all season. I think he's had enough chances. I agree. Boomer Sooners, Caleb. It's Caleb's team now. I think it has to be. You can't. I don't think you can. You can't put him in right now. Oh, I'm glad I was wrong about Brooks. Looked great out there. Finally gets one of the big boy teams. Yeah, Brooks was outstanding today. Ran the best that he's ran all year. Helps that you have some of those guys, blocking for you in a really good and strong way. But um, yeah, absolutely. He went Kayla second half, and look what happened. Rachel's on point. Appreciate you, Rachel. That's I think. Um, Jesse, again, help me out. It's bizarre that we've got this is like the third person that has mentioned what did you possibly see from Rattler today, and what did you not see from Caleb Williams that leads you to believe that Rattler should be the team's starting quarterback. I just I'm befuddled. I just need to understand. Um, I don't think this team gets any better with Rattler starting. You have a chance to completely lose this team if Rattler starts the next game. Outside of some kind of injury situation, the team has obviously bailed on him, and so they don't want him to be the starter. You've got to go with the team. Whatever the team wants, the team should get in this situation.